All right, y'all. I got a special guest. I always say I got a special guest, but no doubt right here, man. This is a light to my pod. He came on with no problems. I asked him. He was like, "Bet, let's do it." I'm gonna let him introduce himself though, because if you on the internet at any given time, particularly in the military area, you know this man. You know he goes by Woo Man on IG, TikTok, and various other platforms. Woo Man, welcome and introduce yourself. Please introduce yourself.
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me on here, man. I appreciate you. No, stage name Woo Man. Full name's William Keon Carey Page from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Joined the military. It was April 16th, 2019 to be exact. I was stationed in Guam for 3 years. Then I came to England, and I've been here for a year and a half now. Uh, yeah, man, just happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. I know the time is limited, so we're just gonna get right into it. Uh,
Cool.
me and me and well, I didn't know him as Woo Man at the time, but me and Paige met on the court, which
Yeah,
a lot of people meet on the court. A lot of people that you've seen them hooping or whatever the case. Yeah, I mean, immediately I think we got on the same team and the chemistry was on. Um, we two bought basketball dominant guards, but we fed off each other. It was great chemistry, bro, on the court. And now we can show the people, what's up, girl? I got kids, you know what I'm saying? Got to hit
yes,
your babies. Yeah. Now we on this platform again. Glad to have you on. I wore the black and yellow for you. If you
no,
don't know, he from Pittsburgh. What part of Pittsburgh though? Like, and what's Pittsburgh like? And then you can talk about like growing up. And I try not to make it like an interview, but like I'm still getting to know you. So
yeah, no, no. So yeah, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm from a small town called Clairton, PA. Clairton is kind of like the last. I guess I would say the last city that's kind of considered Pittsburgh in a way. It's like all the way at the end. A lot of people don't even say part of Pittsburgh, depending on who you're talking to. But
right.
it's also a lot of debate. But yeah, Clairton is a part of Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh in general, man, I love my hometown city. The only thing I wish there was a lot more support. Like like other cities, you see like Atlanta, they bring other people up. Like there's always beef and stuff like that, but within Pittsburgh, it's like we don't really. A lot of people don't support each other as much as they should be doing. I
True.
feel if you're coming up and you see someone else coming up, y'all should go together. Y'all should do something
Yeah,
together.
collab like why we doing now?
Exactly. A lot of people would like try to charge other people for features when they're not even doing a lot of numbers like that on social media. Like I don't.
Well,
It doesn't make sense to me.
I
But
feel you.
either way, I love my city. I just wish the support was better. I was actually just home, and I had my friend Bobby come out with me, and it's a Pirates game. We was doing a lot of Pittsburgh tourist things that I've never even done before, and I'm from there, but I was doing it because he was there.
Right.
But I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm proud to be from Pittsburgh. I'm proud to be from Clairton. Like it's a small town. It's a hood. As a lot of people would say.
Yeah.
But a lot of experiences that I got from out of there made me who I am today. So I don't regret nothing.
I respect that wholeheartedly. You said Pittsburgh. You think about cities like Atlanta. You think about cities like I'm from South Carolina. Think about Columbia, the capitals, the bigger cities. Even my city of Florence. It's a bigger city in South Carolina, although South Carolina's not that big itself. So we have Florence, Greenville, Charleston, which most people here in South Carolina they think Charleston or Columbia. And it's a similar aspect where you don't feel the support coming from your people. I literally just got off the phone with my man's, and he's a trainer, Patrick Paul. Shout out to Pat. He's a assistant coach at one of the local colleges. Is a D, I think it's like a D3, but they call it something else. But he was training on his way up, and then he started doing basketball camps, and it was support, support, support. Now he is in year 5. He's starting to. I think people see you going up, and they're like, nah, not quite. You already got 30 points, bro. I need to get my shots too. It kind of feels like that, and I hate that for us as Black people, as people in general. When we do see someone that has been acknowledged from other people in other areas internationally, you're in England, bro, and you still doing your thing. So it actually increasing since you've been gone. I'm pretty sure, but it's coming. You're gonna get your blessings in other ways. I already know that. So I spoke about that earlier. Yeah, just I don't have to tell you. but I know you just gonna keep grinding and making it happen. So just please don't lose that, even that passion, because I could tell like that's something that sits on you because it sat on me, so I know the feeling. You feeling like you're doing the right thing. You're not quite getting that support like should or you could get. So I appreciate you sharing that.
Nah, man. I just think like whatever I'm blessed. I have like it's a lot of stuff like that's just happening. That keeps happening. That is happening in my life, and I have really no complaints. And apart, I used to like, oh well, maybe I should be here, or maybe I'm right where I need to be. I used to be hard on myself, like, hey, dang, you didn't make a skit this week, or you didn't make a skit. Like you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Like nah, it's like the type of content that I make, um, it's unique and it's relatable, and I don't follow trends. I don't do none of that. So I can stop making content for a month because I've done this plenty of times. I make
Yeah,
content a month. I would drop a video, it goes viral. You know what I mean? Like it's because that's telling me that I have a loyal audience, a loyal fan base. I, so I just keep doing what I'm doing, man. I got so many things that I'm trying to do, and I'm just trying to get everything together. So that's where I'm at in my life right now. I just have so many different things, and they're all over the place. Like, and I have so many projects that has been started, but they're not completed, and I have to do that, get my time management together. But I appreciate everyone who's still showing support and keep having my Instagram or TikTok or any social media platform. It's growing by the daily, at a rapid rate. So I can't even complain.
I love that for you. I absolutely do. And really be having you on will hopefully continue to highlight what you're doing for my audience. I say much older. I feel like an old man. I'm in the older generation, so some of my people that follow me or are starting to follow me wouldn't know you unless they may have just seen a skit. But I'm like, well, I know the man. I know Paige. So with that, can you just share what you do outside of the skits? If you're like, you can go as far as you want. Your actual job, your career.
Okay, so also like in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm security forces. I am a staff sergeant. I was the NCIC of the training section for like at this base for like a little bit over a year. Now I'm back on flight. I'm certified on flight sergeant, BDOT controller, which is like dispatcher, a charge of alarms. I mean, certified on alarms and just certified on everything, honestly, because I was training, but I also was stand eval, which is like the people who like kind of gives out the tests. Our section was small, so we kind of had to go hand in hand. So I got just test compromise and like me knowing
Right.
everything. I got certified. So, new NCO, brand new to flight, got troops, and just trying to get everything together with that. Recently my troop kind of gave me some acknowledgement, in front of a group of people, that letting me know that I was doing good. So that's let me know I'm on the right track. Um,
It's important,
yes,
man.
uh, experience with that. My last base, I was in the CRG, which is the contingency response group. So all we did was like work out, train all day. That was fun. We was in the field a lot. I was going on TDYs. I was an instructor as well. Uh, Went to aerosol school, which is an army school. Yeah, man, I was just my career so far has been amazing, and I can't even complain. Outside of work, huge anime fan. I work out or any type of sports. Do that. Um, I really been traveling a lot lately, especially because
I
I got
see
more.
you. I see
I
you.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love it.
I like to travel, man. I've been listening to Afro beats real heavy out here. In America, that's not really a huge thing. Like unless you're from, unless you got,
Right.
unless you're like second,
That
third.
background. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't been in touch with my roots like that. Like the average Black American, African American is not really in touch with their roots. And coming out here and just talking to people, the environment, the music, it's just a different experience. So I'm kind of just taking all of life's lessons, man. I talk to people on a daily. It could be an exchange at McDonald's. Like I ask them, "How was your day? Like how's your day going?" like if people got a tattoos, I ask them about like I just try to find little things and just try to start conversations with people because you never know who you're talking to. And that person could just be a good person. That person could be on the edge of suicide. Like you never know, right? So I just try to talk to people and I just try to give out good energy because that's what I receive. So I just try to whatever I can give out, I just give out, and I always receive it because I guess people just sense it. I don't know what it is, but you know,
I
that's it.
do. I
Yeah,
do. I ain't gotta talk about it now, but I do. You have that anointment on you. Not to get too biblical or spiritual, but that's what it is. You got the
yeah,
light. You you got the green light, the red light, the fluorescent light. It comes out in your work. It comes out obviously when you travel, and obviously on social media. That had to start somewhere though. I'll give you a little bit of time because I know you've been talking and you're very well versed. Oh, the social media aspect, merging that with the military. How's that been working out as far as leadership? Because when I came in, and I spoke about this before, when I came in, taking a picture was like blasphemy. Like you couldn't take a pic, you could have your phone out.
yeah.
I was in from 2006 to 2014, 2015, around that time. Not when I separated, and bro, we had MySpace. It was heavy. Facebook was like a platform you actually get on. There was no Instagram at the time. I know I sound ancient, but you had your platforms that it was very limited, and it wasn't a lot of pictures and videos and reels and things like that. So if you were on the phone, you were probably on Twitter, which is now X. And I would get in so much trouble. Have your leadership obviously they've been supportive, but to what extent? Is it like you got to put that away, or you control that?
And like I don't, and like I try to. I used to be like, what? Maybe I'm lucky, man. But I think it's my personality, bro. My leadership. I've had nothing but good leadership. I have nothing but good leadership. Nothing but good NCOs, supervisors. So when I first started, I'm gonna tell you how I started. So I've been making skits. I was making skits since January 2019. That was the very first day I made a skit. I made like a New Year's Eve skit, right? And when I joined the military, I started making military skits, but I was still posting my civilian skits as well. So
Okay.
my first shirt, my chief sat me down. They was like, "Hey, your videos are funny, the military ones, but the other ones are kind of inappropriate, right? You can't mix that. You got to pick one."
Yeah.
And like at the time, like that's when like the military videos were doing more than the other videos. So I'm like, throw those away, right? Too easy. I got to tell me twice.
Yeah.
So like I remember I won't forget this. My first shirt in chief, they gave me a shout out. I think they were doing like they was like I forget what the details was in the video, but it was basically like just talking about like all the airmen and stuff like that. And then they brought me up and like how good I was doing my videos. And this was in the very beginning phase. I don't even think I went viral yet, but like they were just showing like a lot of love, and I
Okay.
was like, wow, man, I've got nothing but support, bro. Like even from my last base, from being in a law enforcement squadron because I was in the 36th first in Guam. Then I went to the 736 with the CRG. Nothing but good leadership, you know what I mean, and support my videos. Here, they really support it, and that's going all the way up to the wing commander. Like I
Wow.
have I have personal relationships with like the vice wing commander and the wing commander. Like the vice wing commander, how we met was actually um a reason on why one of my videos went viral, like 26 million views on YouTube. Like I went from 30K to 100K in a week off of that video. That was inspired from me meeting him, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Connections are
Next,
everything.
right? Like, cause
Network.
like our interaction was, I didn't know who he was, right? I saw the rank. I didn't know he was my vice wing commander,
Yeah.
and I didn't know he was at this base. So I asked him like, "Hey, are you permanent party? Are you deployed?" He was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm just your vice wing commander." I'm like, "Oh
Just
snap,
right. What?
yeah, oh snap, okay." And you know what? What's even crazy? Like that's on me. I didn't even know what a vice wing commander was.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were about to say that.
I
I
promise
knew
you, I
it.
did. Said it like that reaction I just gave you. That I was like, this is how when he said it, I was like, oh okay,
You
right? 'Cause
locked.
I didn't know what it was, so
You're right.
I found out later that I asked my sergeant. I said, hey, who's our vice wing commander? You know what I mean? And then he said such and such. I'm not gonna say his name. He said such and such. And I'm like, okay, what is that?
No, what is it? Vice
Yeah,
okay.
he was like Vice Wing Commander, second in command. I said second. That makes Vice. I mean, what? I didn't know that was a thing. You know what
Right.
I mean? I'm seeing Aaron as E4 Mafia. I ain't know that was a
Uh,
thing. And then my sergeant was like, you know what? Because the Vice Wing Commander, he was like an actual supporter. Like he said, he'd been watching my videos for a long time. I'm like, wow.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
regular people, bro. They,
huh?
they just, I said they're
They
regular people.
yeah, they are regular people. I just never had that. I never had someone like with that
Of
much
course.
rank
Hmm.
say that to me. You know?
Right.
Wow. Okay. So my sergeant was like, I think it'd be funny if you made a skit about it. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I made it that day, posted it the next.
Took off.
That's when my
Out of
Instagram.
here.
That's when the Instagram went crazy. Like YouTube was already. I was already at 1 million. TikTok, a couple hundred, but that's when YouTube went crazy.
This man just a
So
million.
yeah,
Just throwing out there. Yeah.
but yeah, I was at
But
a
look,
million.
you got 5 years in the game, so 5 plus. So that's
Uh,
another lesson I try to. So for me, like, well, first, congratulations for putting yourself in that position. A lot of people don't have that. They say they want to go viral. They say they want to do these numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit like, what's going on? People noticing me, and I'm pretty sure there's some pressure there. But obviously, you handling it well. You may not
yeah,
show it, but you're handling it however you're supposed to handle it right now. So, because the numbers, like you said, the numbers are going up. And I actually got a couple numbers. I don't have your YouTube numbers, that's on me. But TikTok right now is sitting there right around 853K. That's
mm,
1,000, y'all. And IG right now is at 152K
mm,
and rising. And although my platform is on the rise, I really want to push and continue to get better, continue to have better content. So when I'm having this conversation next year and I'm looking at my numbers, I'm like, oh, see, this is where I was. Look at where I'm at now. And I used to have an issue with my content. Like, man, I'm not recording. It's not the quality I wanted or whatever the case. But as you see, like I've gotten better as far as platform and taking my time with it, putting a better display. I'm using captions now. It's like, yeah, those are things that people, in order to get the attention you want, you have to do something outside of yourself, and you did that. That's exactly what you did. You decided to say, I'm gonna challenge myself, and I'm gonna go and talk to this man, regardless of his rank. He's a man like me. He got to put his pants on the same way I do. So that's way a good way you looked at it, and that he gave you that light, that green light to be like, yeah, go ahead, use me, so you can flourish. And I'm pretty sure I could just imagine the people you've inspired to this point. So
my man.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
And honestly, bro, that's what keeps me going, bro. Like there are so many people who came up to me and said, "Hey, you're the reason I joined the military." Like so many, and it hits different, and that gives me a lot of reassurance when I go to a different country and people recognize me. I went to Paris. I was by the Eiffel Tower. Dude recognized me. Want to take a picture? I had a Norwegian military member recognize me in the rain. I had my hood up. It's like I was out in London. Someone recognized me. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. In the crowds, I went to Portugal. Like it's people recognize me a lot of like everywhere. So it's like wow. It's like it's. I just it makes me feel good. It makes me. That's telling me like what I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing right now. I might not be as big as a lot of other people, and I may not be as known in certain communities, but within the military community or people that have interest in the military, I'm known, and that's enough for me. Like if I keep growing, I keep growing. But either way, I genuinely just like interacting with people. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many subscribers you got. Like I just like talking to people.
You're
You know,
relatable. I mean,
yeah,
even to a person of another race or gender, you're relatable. You smile. You can be stern. Like I'm talking about the skits. So
yeah,
you giving people different personalities. People have seen you before. I say it like that. Like maybe not in your form, but they've seen the type of person you've shown. And the more, I mean, you have so much content out there. People can go back years and just get to that content and like you off of that. So the new stuff is just adding on to whoever else was to come on to it. So I really, really, really hope that life allowed you the time to continue doing what you do, because I know I needed it sometimes. I needed it to laugh and Just before I think I knew of your content before I met you, but when I saw you in person, it still didn't resonate.
Yeah, that happens a
Yeah.
lot.
And then it was like we chatted, we hooped, y'all, we hooped for like probably 2 hours that day, and I think we ended up running the court a couple times, and when we were done, we were in this group chat, and I was like, somebody ended up this is what happened. Funny story. Wooh Man ended up sending a link because like I said, I'm older. I had on some baggy shorts, and he ended up sending me RPK Ray sending me a clip of his. I don't know if you remember that. He ended up
Oh,
sending me
the
a
day.
clip. Yeah, he
Yeah,
sent me a clip, and I didn't know RPK Ray at the time, but I
yeah.
was like, it was so on point. He had the locks, the shorts, and everything, and I out there hooping. So if y'all go back and see that clip, I thought that was hilarious. Um, but yeah, just go to show the character you are, man, and just overall, I think where you are now, you're ascending. Like it's nothing but up from here. Career, social media presence, and life in general. And just keep loving, keep having that love for travel, keep having that love for people because it's gonna come back. Um, just wholeheartedly. So it's always gonna come around and full circle. And so we got the good out the way. In most people's cases, myself included, this is about you though. Where was the turning point? The pivot. Where was the pivot for you when you decided I'm going to go to the military, or even before that, like I'm going to do something with my life that other people around me aren't doing? Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, man. It's like I said, where I come from, like it's the hood, man. I come from my family members. They, a lot of them sold drugs. Some might have did drugs as well. And just like I come from a place where negative is a trend, like a negative toxic environment. Like that's just what it is, man. It's like it a lot of judgment. You don't. I talk to other people in the military all the time, especially when I first joined. There's a lot of problems that they didn't have to worry about. And I was ignorant to a lot of things. I thought, hearing gunshots was the norm.
No.
I watched someone get killed outside my house, and I made a Facebook status about it. I was like, hey, someone just got like murked or something, like something ignorant, just saying like it's nothing, like
Yeah,
that's somebody,
like
you know,
you right.
like, and like my dad called me that same day, and he was like, yo, tell me about your day. I'm like, school, football
He already
practice.
he already knew.
Yeah, he already knew, right?
Yeah,
But I'm like, you know what I mean? And then he was like, anything else happened? I'm like, nah, man. He was like, man, I gotta get you the F out of Clairton. I was like, why you say that? He was like, someone just got shot outside the house. You ain't think to tell me that? I'm like, I completely forgot. Like the fact that my
you
teenage
conditioned.
self,
You
you know what I
conditioned.
mean?
Yeah,
Anybody else who's just in a normal environment, like, would just call their parents, tell them, like, oh my God, stuff like that is normal, man. When I joined the military and I got older and I'm seeing things from distance, I'm realizing a lot of stuff's not normal. Like, it's definitely like it's an eye opener for sure. And like when I go back home and I see that, like a lot of people think this is normal, this is how it's supposed to be, man, and it's not. It's not at all, man. It's such a negative. And luckily for me, I was able to be in that environment. But when I went home, it was actually a home. Like she was a good mother. You know what I mean? A lot of these kids I was going to school with, man, they would go to school, but when they went back to that house, it wasn't a home environment. It was the same toxic, negative environment for some people. Um, and like I'm just blessed to have a mom that was different. My dad, he went to jail when I was 9. Um, he got out when I was 16, so there was like a huge gap. You know what I mean? And like watching my family members sell drugs and they go to jail for it, you know what I mean? Seeing that street life that a lot of people see on the TV, they think they want to be that and they want to have that, man. I seen it firsthand, and I'd have been in a lot of situations that I shouldn't have been in, and I didn't put myself in. You know what I mean? But because of those situations, I am who I am today. I'm able to see things from a different perspective than a lot of other people. So, uh, yeah, man, I joined the military to set an better example for my younger kin, to travel, to network, and to build my social media up. And like everything that I'm doing right now is what I wanted to do. I didn't know I'd be doing at this level, but I'm doing it, and I'm just blessed, man. I'm blessed that I got up out of there. It's always good to go home. Actually, I was actually scared to go home this past time. I was a little scared because like I a lot of people they go home like
Yeah,
rap.
it made them come
Right?
back when you
Yeah,
out in the streets.
I,
Yeah,
yeah. I was kind of scared, man. But the hood showed me love. It showed me so much love, and like I had to think about it. I'm like, you know what? Kids, when they go back to their hometown, they don't really get. You
yeah.
don't hear about comedians getting.
You're not talking about nobody for real though. So
Yeah,
like you're not saying
so,
what you did. You talking
yeah,
about what you're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like rappers is different. Even some athletes, cool, but like. Oh man, they showed me so much love, man. Like, I went down to projects. I ain't going down to projects, man. And what? Not I went last summer. I just drove by real quick. I was chilling, but like I was down there in uniform. You know what I mean? Like making. I was
Okay.
in uniform. So look,
Oh,
I was
you
making.
bold.
So I made a skit, right? So I was in uniform. The reason why I went down in uniform to make a skit, and plus to show like the people down there, like, yo, listen, I live in England. I'm in the military,
Right.
and I'm from here. I'm down the hood, and I'm in uniform, man. Like, just trying to get like. I was talking to different people. You know what I mean? One of the kids that saw me, they hit me up about joining, asking for my advice. Like, I'm just trying to show a light on the military, show the kids where I'm from that this is what you can do. You can be in the military, you can be a content creator, you can be a business owner, whatever. Which is so crazy, right? Is that I joined the military, went to Guam, security forces. I had a childhood friend, yeah, who actually used to be in some of my older skits. He joined the Air Force, joined security forces, and got stationed in Guam.
Wow.
Literally following this,
Join after you.
joined after me.
Right.
Crazy. This is what? This is like this is like 3 years later.
Wow.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, all right, cool. I started that. And hopefully, it's a domino effect. Now, don't get me wrong. Like people where I'm from, like in the past, they went to the military and stuff like that. But in regards to joining the Air Force and kind of shining the light on that, I think that I kind of started a walkway. He's helping me do that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get more people to just keep doing that. It's showing them that there's more to life besides rapping, sports and drugs. You know what I mean? That's the top three where I'm from. That's literally it. I just kind of I want to see better in my community, and I want to lead by example, man. And that's just kind of how this is what it is, man. And so far, so good. It's happening. It's still a lot of negative things going back on where I'm from. Recently just had two childhood friends pass away. One was before I actually went home, and then another one happened literally after. Like I like literally right after I left, it happened. And
My condolences for sure.
yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
And it's just, dang, man. I
It's
just,
heavy. I get it. It's heavy.
yeah, I just wish that a lot of people where like that's either in my community or like my community can see the the the
The
the beauty
value,
of
the
life.
benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Outside
military.
of
Yeah, and just life in general, man. Just have an open mind to a lot of different things. Um, I would say I wasn't really doing. I was scared to do certain things. Like I wasn't following trends or nothing like that, or like actually being myself until I joined the military. Like, you know what I mean? Like wearing a septum piercing, that's considered, you know what I mean? That's considered homophobic or like
mm,
homophobic, but considered gay in some people's eyes. You know what I mean? Or listen to rock music, like, oh, why you listen to that? It's just a lot of things that I'm doing that's just not the norm in my community, and like I just like. I'm glad I experienced those things. I'm glad I'm interested in those things. You know what I mean? And I have an open mind to whatever. I can have fun. You can drop me anywhere on the planet. As long as we speak the same language, I'm going to fit in. You know what I mean? So, and I think having that ability to adapt is very important. But yeah, man, I'm just blessed, man. I've just really been appreciative of life recently. So
you said a lot, and just not. I can't even like capture all of it in a summary. But the biggest
yeah,
thing about that is, like you said, it's inspiration. You're a recruiter. I can go ahead and tell you that now. Like, I don't know if that's in your plans, but you basically just gave the Air Force free recruitment because somebody heard you. That's how
yeah,
I look at this platform. Somebody's going to hear it. It doesn't matter if 1,000 people hear it, 2 people. I already know I got people that listen just off the strength of me. But now you add in the conversation. Now you add in relatability, which across all hoods, across the world, bro. Like we're international. I've lived in Japan, in both Tokyo and Okinawa. Also, where I met you, I lived in England, so we know people all around the world. We obviously made it. We here right now, so we obviously made it through everything we were supposed to make it. Any storms, any violence. I mean, I've never been shot, never been arrested. I'm almost 40 years old. And that's a blessing in itself. Now, that's not to say I haven't done things that I shouldn't be arrested for, or been in
Yeah,
situations where I should have gotten in trouble. Um, I feel like when I was joining, it was to run away from home, where you found yourself. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Whenever you did leave, like you're from there, but you're not of there. You're
yeah,
doing exactly what you're supposed to do when you put that uniform on. Regardless, I mean, you're under contract, obviously. When you put that uniform on, you become that person, and you can still be from where you're from, but that don't mean you have to be of it. So you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, being an example. I feel like God is going to put you in positions going forward to where you can go and step into other places because we need you. I say we, black men, older men, younger men, need you to be that person. If you don't do it, who is going to do it? That's really how I look at it. You have value, you have purpose in life. So, like I said, just keep that up. I'm going to continue encouraging and supporting you throughout. I'm going to tell my friends about you. I'm going to tell them to tell their friends about you and share your content, regardless of how they might feel about it. Because again, everyone can relate in some way.
yeah.
That's
Listen,
amazing. That's amazing, amazing word, man. I appreciate you for sure.
it's crazy that you said the recruiter thing because actually the reason why I went to Pittsburgh, my hometown, is because the 311th Recruiting Squadron they flew me out there to teach recruiters how to build a social media, but how to like
Couple
basically
couple months ago, right?
not just this
Oh,
happened.
this
This
is
just
last
happened.
time. Okay, gotcha.
It's, yeah, so it's like they I gave a presentation to excuse me. I gave a presentation to the recruiters out there, basically like how to recruit this new and tap into this new generation because like social media is a big thing and they got the recruiting 3 videos a week now. They're transferring over to the social media side of things, and you got all these people who have no idea about social media, and I'm just breaking it down like, okay, this is how it works, and this is how this generation is like operating. This,
That's my generation. I would be 18 years right now. So I got people
yeah,
that's recruiters right now. That's my age, my rank. That's doing what you do. So that makes sense.
yeah. So in
Some
that
some
same,
yeah,
no, you good. And so that same day that like I gave that presentation, I was just down at projects in uniform making videos. Before that,
right.
I found out I thought that was so dope that I just that's what you were just saying. Like it's like I'm from Pittsburgh, but that's not who I am. So I went from being where I'm from, my natural element, making a switch and being Sergeant Page and talking in front of a bunch of recruiters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think having that ability to do that is important, man. So,
It's
yeah,
rare. It's you. Who else is doing that?
that's what I'm saying. So that's why I try to be me, and I try to do different things that that a lot of people aren't doing. That's just how I've always been. I don't like really doing the same thing other people are doing. I like this. I have a standout personality. That's just always been me when I was a kid, and I just like doing things that haven't been done yet, or that's just yeah.
You're special, bro. If nobody else told you, you are a special being. I
I
appreciate
appreciate
you
uh,
coming on. I know you got things to do, and I got some stuff to do. I'm actually about to go hoop right now. I got to keep myself going. But
yeah,
you have motivated me. I'm just gonna give you a word. And I'm gonna name some notables from Pittsburgh. I did some research last night. You got
okay,
Mac Miller, rest in peace. You got Wiz
yeah,
Khalifa, which
yeah,
he's not born in Pittsburgh. He grew up in Pittsburgh. Antoine Fuqua, I can't pronounce his name. He's a director, bunch of big movies. George Benson is a jazz player.
yeah,
Aaron Donald recently retired. Y'all got Johnny Unitas, bro. Broadway Joe. If y'all know anything about football, Johnny was that guy. Mark Cuban, owner of the Mavs and other various. I think he's a billionaire. Uh, Joe Namath. That's sorry. That's Broadway Joe. That's Joe Namath. My bad. But Johnny Unitas was a football great. Rest in peace, Jimmy Wapo. We talked about him recently on a post.
yeah. Jimmy
Josh
Waffle,
Gibson. Josh Gibson, Negro League player. I don't know if you know all of these people, but I did just doing that research as a sports nut, sports junkie. I'm like, wow, Pittsburgh has a lot of people, and now they have William Page, who is another great, who's a staple in his community, and would definitely. You have a Wikipedia page in a couple of years, bro. I'm just speaking this light into you because you're already doing the work. You got to put the work in. The Air Force recognizes it. Over 1 million people recognize it, and hopefully, with this interview, I mean, I want to see documentaries. I want to see you just level up. Just, I'm excited. I'm excited to see that you are going to continue being that light to other people, and I appreciate you having giving me your time on my platform.
Was the and one last thing, since you just reminded me, and I want to announce it on this platform. Make a documentary when I went home, and I'm gonna be dropping that pretty soon.
I didn't even know that,
So
y'all.
yeah, yeah.
Get a,
I haven't been talking about it, but I want to use this platform, to announce that I have a documentary coming. Shout out to Howie, that's the videographer that's editing it, that's who filmed everything, and it's gonna be
Yo,
dope.
make sure I tag him too. Let me get him locked in whenever we get on.
Most definitely, yeah, Harry Reid, yeah, I'll send it to you. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be very dope, and it's like kind of like a little short clip, just showing like what my military was like, what my life like before the military, and then how I'm joining and the process of everything. So, but yeah, man, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Love, man. And so this is the
But
dope spot. I didn't even announce. I think I've announced it enough. It's the dope spot. Jay Wandoe, Woo Man. I don't know if you talked about Woo Man. How that came about. The name itself. We can
oh
close out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My cousin Terrence, man, Terrence Ross is my cousin. He couldn't say will when we was kids.
Wow.
He couldn't say it, bro. He could not say will. So he would call me Woo. And so my family, they just started calling me Woo, Woo Woo, Woozy F baby, Woo Man, Do Man. That's how it happened. So when I first started making skits, back in 2019, I needed a stage name. I'm like, huh, Woo Man. Also, and that's how that happened.
You just never know, man. Sometimes, but you got to ask the questions. Ask the
So,
question. For sure, man. I appreciate you being on, having you. Blessings to you, bro. Everything you got
so
going on. You continue to support. In a year or so, hopefully you don't get too up out of here, too outer space, and you can come back. And
nah, man, no, I'm humble, bro. Like, I mean, I'm sitting
I
there.
know, I already know. You're very
Yeah,
modest, man. I appreciate that too.
what was that?
Yep. Peace and love to y'all. Till next time.